So I was not initially inclined to talk about what's going on with Milo Yiannopoulos, who is now saying he is no longer gay, he's now heterosexual. I wasn't initially going to talk about it, but it's getting enough attention, and I personally had an interaction with Milo a couple of weeks ago, and so I do want to talk a little bit about it today. Now, if you're not familiar with Milo Yiannopoulos, he's a right-wing sort of provocateur who for a long time got plenty of attention because he was a gay conservative. And he liked to say that because he's a gay conservative, the left can't say all the things about him that they would normally say about heterosexual conservatives who are about so-called family values and conservative beliefs and on and on. But ultimately, Milo fell out of favor with the American right wing. He supported Donald Trump. You know, he did all the things that are the right things that he should have been doing. But he fell out of favor with them because some videos came to light in which Milo expressed views about sex with underage people that I won't repeat here. But the comments were concerning even for people on the right who previously supported Milo Yiannopoulos. So Milo sort of disappeared. And there were pieces written about him about how he lost his career and he lost his income and all of these things. And then Milo reappeared not long ago saying he has left homosexuality and he has fixed his life and has had quite literally a sort of come to Jesus moment. Now, the exact wording around this has to be looked at closely. I don't know if Milo is being consistent in terms of is he no longer attracted to men? Or does he simply choose to no longer be romantically involved with men, but he has the attractions? With all of this quitting homosexuality stuff, these questions are always there, and the answers are rarely satisfactory. I don't know, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter, because that aspect of the ex-gay thing I'm pretty sick of. But I'm going to play a clip where Milo showed up on True News, not a program I'm familiar with. That's TRU, True News. And he said that as soon as he became ex-gay, dogs stopped barking at him, which he believes is a sign from God. Let's take a look.
When I made my announcement, the first thing that happened, which will make you laugh, but it's true, is dogs stopped barking at me. I am one of those people. You know, everyone's got that friend that dogs always go nuts around. You're familiar with this, right? You got pets?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. There's always somebody that dogs.
My dog doesn't bark at you.
That's
I keep my dog in the.
Me.
But
It's
he
crazy.
barked at you, but that's okay. He barks. He barks at people.
You must have some work left to do.
But he didn't bark at Milo. That is true.
But I was always one of those. I know this sounds so stupid, but this is just how I think that God reveals Himself to us. Right. This is just my experience of it. I was somebody who invariably, without exception, always used to make dogs go crazy. So we have a friend who's a political candidate down here, right? And her campaign manager has two of these little yappy dogs, and they would not stop. I couldn't be in her house for more than 20 minutes because it would drive everybody crazy. Even growing up, we had Alsatians, we had Black Labradors. They just didn't like me at all. The dogs don't bark at me anymore, and it happened almost overnight. Now they seem to quite like me. And it sounds like the stupidest thing in the world.
So there's a lot there. And I don't know if other people have noticed this, but there's this thing where when you're on a show like this, where I guess the hosts are devout Christians or whatever, no matter how one says God revealed Himself to them, no matter how stupid or bizarre, they always accept it. And they nod and they say, yeah. Milo says, you know, this might sound stupid, but I believe God revealed Himself to me and is sending me the message that I was right to quit homosexuality by making dogs no longer bark at me. Oh, that's great. That's, God reveals Himself to us in different ways. Actually, that's idiotic. That's absolutely ridiculous. Why would God communicate in that way? It makes no sense. Oh, well, but God works in mysterious ways, like through dog barks. Oh, okay. Well, then I guess that we can't touch that. It's an unassailable comment then. Now, my real concern here is two different things. First of all, the damage that this ex-gay quitting homosexuality stuff can do to young LGBT individuals who might see this or hear about Milo quit being gay as if it's like a hobby and thinking that that's something they could do or something that they should do. Everything we know is that not living as oneself is not a good thing emotionally. And seeing this might plant the idea in other people's minds that this is something to be pursued or even to be applauded to what Milo is doing when it's not. The second concern is, remember, Milo was pulled out of the public eye after being shamed for his comments about sex with underage kids. This entire thing to me seems like an attempt to link homosexuality with pedophilia. And that's why all these shows are having Milo on to cheerlead what he's doing. Because remember, here, what's the framing? The framing is Milo used to be gay, and he was gay when he said this stuff about sex with underage kids. Now he found God. Now he's heterosexual. And so now it helps to distance himself from those things he said. It's a pathetic attempt to link homosexuality and pedophilia, which is another old homophobic trope. So I invited Milo to come on the show to talk about all this. I said, you're welcome to come on. I would love to speak with you about this recent announcement. And he wrote me back and he simply declined. He said he's not interested in that. And based on the shows I've seen him do lately, it seems he's interested in the type of interview he got on True News. That's fine. That's fine. This is not me on a power trip saying, how dare he decline being on my program when we are so much bigger than True News. I understand why he said no to this show. He would actually have to answer, or at least be asked. He wouldn't have to answer. It would be up to him. He would actually be asked real questions on this program. And to me, this seems more than anything else an attempt to regain relevance and get attention once and again. The invitation to Milo remains open. Welcome on the program anytime. One of our sponsors is Vincero Watches, giving you 15% off. A high-quality wristwatch is the perfect way to elevate your style. Own at least one watch that makes you feel great when you put it on. You can often see me wearing my Vincero watch on the show. Mine is the gunmetal vessel model. I'm a big fan of the metallic look of the face of the watch. I like the silicone strap. You won't find a better made watch for this good a price anywhere else. When you put it on, you know you got more than you paid for. Vincero believes in crafting super quality watches from high-end materials, but selling them at fair prices, which is why they have over 26,000 five-star reviews. And they stand behind every watch they make with a 1-year return policy and 5-year warranty. They'll give you 15% off everything in their store and free shipping at davidpakman.com/watch. Use the coupon code PAKMAN.